Hello people, good evening from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be doing initial impression on a fragrance which I received earlier today, and it's going to be initial impression. I don't think there is any review on this, but if there are, I'm sorry, I'm not aware of it. So I will review this new fragrance from House of Rayhaan from Middle East. This is called Pacific Purum Aura. Okay, so this is the latest release from Rayhaan, and I think I got the very first unit in Bangladesh. Very big thanks to Fragrantica Bangladesh who sent this my way earlier today. It was raining, man. Today it's been raining cats and dogs. I did my very early morning walk around 4:45, and then I could see the weather is going to be very, very, breezy and rainy. And I went to sleep like my sleeping schedule is kind of messed up. So I went to sleep around 9 a.m. I woke up, everything is dark, everything is flooded around. So I can hear the sound of the rain. I went out, did some work, and got some shopping done, and then I came back. So I was rocking this fragrance just to test how this is, because this is a perfect fragrance for the rainy days. Okay, and it's a summer, like warm weather, or you can say also spring sort of a fragrance DNA. And also this, not to mention, this is inspired by Louis Vuitton's one of the fragrances called Pacific Chill. I never ever tried Pacific Chill, but I did review a couple of other dupes from that fragrance. And also, this house have a lot of inspired versions. So I did some Louis Vuittons, but I did more dupes than Louis Vuitton. So let's see. So previously I reviewed this two, or this three. There are like three or four in the line: Pacific, Ocean Wave, and then the few of the other ones like I forgot even the name, like Ocean Rush, I think, isn't it? Like Ocean Rush, yeah. And then a few of the other ones, they were like really affordable line. So when it came out first, there were a lot of people who were skeptical about the line. I like some, I did not like some of them. So later Rayhaan came up with very, very good fragrances like Elixir, Crimson, and then the Lion, Tiger, all those things. So let's see how good this is. So this fragrance is around $20-25 depending on where you get it from. More or less within $25. It's very affordable, 100 ml. And this is the packaging. I really like the color combination, blue and green, and the middle there is gold. Okay, side looks like that. Here it says Rayhaan, I think, yeah. And here also says Rayhaan. Nice simple packaging, but I like this part where they give this thing easy to open. No need to dig your nail and then try to take it out. It's not nice. The bottle got some upgrade. Okay, so this is the bottle compared to, let's say, compared with Fresh Wave. Okay, exact same looking bottle, size, everything same, but they did an upgrade. I'll show you what it is. Apart from that, the sides, it says Rayhaan. Previously didn't say anything. Okay, the new bottles have pattern at the back. This used to have calligraphy. Let's compare this. Oh no, I don't have these Pacific line. Anyway, so they like did some work. Okay, and one thing is the color, change the color combination from blue all the way to blue and green. So very nice, like a paradise garden sort of a presentation. And the best thing I like about this, not only it says Rayhaan on the cap, this now is magnetic and very good magnet. It's you can pick it up by the cap, no problem. Good upgrades. Atomizer works like this, beautiful atomizer. This thing is monstrous. So 10 for the atomizer, 10 for the bottle design. And now let's get into the fragrance. How much I got, initial wear, longevity. That's the most important thing to most of the people. Okay, so here is the price bracket I told you, within $20-25. And then compared to that, this fragrance lasted very decent time. Okay, how many hours on me on a rainy day particular scenario? It gave me around a very, how to say, obvious presence, about 3.5 hours. But then on the 4th hour it started losing a little bit of a like ground. And I would say, like, for a freshie, 3 to 4 hours is not bad. It's good. It's not groundbreaking, but it's good. And then after like maybe 1.5 hours more, like 4.5 hours, it lasted. So initial 2 hours it was projecting beautifully. In its rain, I could smell it, and it goes very naturally with the rain. Like, if you know fragrance like Terre d'Hermès, Auto Refresh, very natural. It has that element that is earthy, citrusy, green. This is all that. First thing I got from this was like a grapefruit, mint, lemon. I'm not quite sure, but it's kind of like a grapefruit mojito, like someone said on Fragrantica, I think, for Pacific Chill. And I can kind of see that this is like blue, green, fresh wave, citrus, summer kind of perfume. I would not be surprised if this was release of Hermes as well, like that green blue fragrance feel. This one also gives me that. So it's not a brand new DNA for me, because I'll show you why. And I'll compare these with that. Okay, previously I did another two house from Middle East, which are Latafa, Jean Lo Vibe, and also Luciano Coastal Breeze. I forget these names, but they are also take on Pacific Chill. They are both very, very good. And in my humble opinion, they last a little bit more compared to Rayhaan. They are heavier, okay, and they're all nice. I would not say anyone is a clear champion here. If you pick up one of these three, you are good with any, I would say, take on Pacific Chill. They're all equally good, but these fragrances are a little bit more expensive than the Rayhaan. This is where Rayhaan has edge. I don't remember how much I paid for these. These were more for sure. That's far I remember, around $30 maybe, or $28 around. I forgot. Please check the prices, but I'm pretty sure these two are going to be a bit more pricey compared to Rayhaan. So for a little bit less price, 5, 8, $10, what do you get? I have it on my hand. Let me respray a little bit. Beautiful aroma. It's just for me, it's like satisfactory. Like, say, check this out. Okay, if it's pretty smooth, it just gives you instant happiness. So you just can bathe in it. If it's like small sprays, you have to go like 100 times. It's not nice. So I like the lemon opening, and I feel for some reason it gives me the tea vibe. I don't know why. Let's say you are making English breakfast tea, okay, and you maybe a little bit of a green tea also. Who knows? Like green tea English breakfast, and you put some lemon, like few drops of lemon or lime. Those yellow lemons, like Italian or whatever, those big yellow lemons. This one gives me that feel, and then you add some mint in that tea or the green tea. You'll get this opening from this perfume. This is very refreshing. So in a hot summer's day, let's say you're staying in the office, going to gym, people like to smell this kind of freshness from people. They don't want to smell heavy oud, skanky oud, rose, tobacco, some nasty things people wear in summer. It's very, very off-putting, at least for me. Like I smell, on a hot day, I smell oud, the funk, or animalic, civet and all that. I don't know why, but I feel like I'm gonna get sick. Okay, but to each his own. You can wear whatever you want. You have heavy AC, and people are all alike. The same way that you think, and they're all appreciative. That's good. But I think the weather sometimes demands certain things. Like very warm weather, I like lemons. I like aquatic notes, watery, something like Prada L'Homme. Very nice to wear. Iris, like friendly. This is that. Okay, but there are things here in this fragrance, not this, which is not for everybody. This one has a mild unisex vibe, which I'm sure Pacific Chill would also have. But once again, I never bought or reviewed or tried Pacific Chill, so I cannot confirm 100% that this is one-on-one on that. But so far from the other two that dupe I did, they all smell alike. They are not very far from each other. These three, they're all in a similar ballpark. So check out my review on all those. But this one, for the less price, you get like maybe 1.5 hour less performance than those. But again, it's 100 ml. And then if you spray a little bit heavy on the shirt, I think you're going to get that 5-6 hours, but it perhaps will not cover your whole day's work. You need to reapply. So decant the stuff, take with you, keep it in the pocket. Freshies are like that. If you, let's say, Versace Prom, so many more expensive perfumes, they also do not give you Polo Blue. They give barely like 1 to 2 hours. Compared to that 3-4 hours in Bangladesh conditions, good. Maybe in Dubai, I don't know. I haven't been inside Dubai. I was once in the the airport once, as like a stoppage on the way to UK. I like what I smelled in UK. Everywhere is like the Middle Eastern vibe, but within this warm weather, when it stays sunny and if it's a little bit rain, you will reach out for this fragrance. Let's say you have this grapefruit mojito. Okay, let's say virgin, non-virgin, whatever. You will enjoy this by the beach. If you take this, like let's say you want to take a picture, what you do is take this bottle and then put it, like ground it in the sand, like tilt a little bit like this, and then you take a photo in the sun, in the bright day with the sand. This will give a very beautiful photo, right? So it is perfect getaway fragrance, cruise, holidays, unisex, both men and women can wear it, but it's not the most masculine fragrance. So that's why I would like to warn you. If you're going to buy a fragrance thinking it's 100% male dominant and you don't want to smell anything like that reminds you of a woman or anything, or you don't want to be pretty, don't reach for this. Okay, don't reach for Louis Vuitton's most fragrances. Afternoon Swim is good, but the other ones, they feel like very, very unisex. So there is that point, right? How many sprays? I would naturally go 5 to 6 sprays if you want to make it last about that 4 to 5 hours mark. Solid 4 to 5 sprays, or let's say 6 sprays on the shirt and skin combined. It will last. Spray on your hair, it will last longer. What else? Do I see this in winter? No, I don't see this. The winter time, this fragrance will lack the depth because freshies sometimes work in winter, sometimes they don't. So overall, it's a very decent release. It's a very nice release. I really like the bottle. All the bottles are nice. I don't want to be picky, like, oh, this is better than that. All the bottles look nice. One of them have magnetic cap. Rayhaan also has magnetic cap. The Luciano doesn't have magnetic, but the perfumes, they're really, really pretty. So yeah, it's a better buy, I would say, compared to the other two, in that way that this is more reasonable, and you can get a magnetic cap with beautiful bottle, and you also get 100 ml, and almost not identical, maybe 1.5 hour less performance, but for the $8, $10 less, I don't think it's a complaint, right? So check it out. It's not a saved line by though. Okay, I would say the blue ones, some of them have cool water vibes, some of them have Invictus vibes, sometimes they have, as people say, Prada L'Homme. I'd never got any Prada L'Homme from any of them, but Ocean Rush was the most hyped one, right? So they are, like, honestly speaking, these fragrances are very good for the price. Okay, you cannot doubt that, cannot argue that, like, oh, this is $50. Then you would say, oh man, I'm not getting the best out of it. For the price what they're giving, I am 100% sure, like, most of you will find these like good, value. Let's say you don't like it, you can gift it to your friend, colleagues, co-workers, your son, your friend, whoever. They're going to appreciate it of it. Okay, so all in all, Rayhaan is coming up, but one last word I would like to say before I finish the review. Maybe the trend, like whenever something becomes popular, like let's say Aventus, Baccarat Rouge, whatever, now Afternoon Swim, Tiger, you suddenly see market is flooded with like tons of same clones, and whoever captures the market first, they get the most sales. Let's say Pseudonym, or like that got the most sales out of all the Creed Aventus DNA. But Baccarat Rouge, someone who did that first, they got the most sales. But once it's too much in the market, maybe in certain markets, certain places, they will sell because people are like, walking customers, they are buying it. But in the community, people sometimes like, oh, okay, how many more I need? Like Aventus, no one wants a 10 dupes of Aventus in their collection, I'm pretty sure, unless you're a collector. So same way, this Pacific Chill is a good fragrance on its own. I like this. But let's say if you already have the other two or one of them, you will not need this, right? So they become sort of redundant, right? So check the reviews first and you see if you need this in your life. Okay, so this is how you decide you want to get it or not. Don't buy things out of hype, even if it's good. Okay, I'll give this one, Rayhaan, quality wise, 8.7 out of 10. Good quality, good price, longevity, decent, bottle packaging, everything is, there's not much to complain. But if you already have Pacific Chills, any dupe, or you already have Pacific Chill, maybe this is going to be redundant. Okay, and another thing is, people who want to gift it to other people, this is where it comes, like, like the Eid time. People would love to get a gift, full bottle, and they don't know how much you paid for. You give it to your coworker, they'll be very happy, right? So in that way, these are good gifting items instead of buying $150 designer Louis Vuittons, $300, $400, $500. Unless you really, really like someone, you really want that job, salary increment, or you want the next post, you're not going to buy any, even your boss, a Louis Vuitton. Trust me on that one. Or you have certain goals with your boss. If she's a lady, maybe you can get them that $500 cologne. They will be like, oh, okay, I'm impressed, right? Just joking. I find Louis Vuitton fragrances are too much. Like, why? It's so expensive, man. Even the Bulgari Tiger was not that expensive. Anyway, have a nice day. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you will try this fragrance. And if you blind bought this, buy with full, responsibility. Do not blame reviewers. Say he gave it 8.7. I give it 4. You can, but if you tested it earlier, they will know it's a 4 to you, right? Take care. Have a nice day. See you soon, and I'll do maybe one more video. Then we'll upload this together. Take care.